score.
Oh, so you were watching it or no?
Yeah, it's kind of what I'm
Okay,
was
well, just say
saying.
yes or no. I don't know what you're doing.
Okay.
The football game?
Yeah.
Who's
The
playing?
no hockey.
Oh, okay. I don't know what's
Capitals
going
are
on, Harlan. I'm upstairs.
our hometown Capitals are playing.
At the arena?
You always ask where, but I'm never sure.
Okay. I gotta
Okay.
go to the bathroom.
And starts. Ooh, 3 players found. Am I live? Oh, 1 viewer instantly. That's crazy. Am I the 1 viewer? I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. But let me do this. And I'll bring, since Twitch Studio Beta keeps updating, I'll put it up top. Stream still looks good. Hopefully, oh no. Oh no. The car, are they cut out? Oh gosh, hang on. Nobody freak out. Yep, the cards are still cut off. Okay, if I do that, you can see my cards, right? I'm gonna have to fix that for the stream before it, because that happened last time where the cards at the bottom of the screen were cut off. But Cities and Knights, first island. Where do I'm looking at this 8-5-10, and then go down towards the wheat port. But then I gotta build on some sheep and some ore. Let me get my bearings straight. So I could go, and do I hope that either the 4 or the 6 will be open? Because if someone takes the 3-6-11, then I'm screwed. Actually, I'm gonna take the 3-6-11. Of course, now I regret not taking the 8-5-10 and having that close access to the wheat port, but let me see if I can edit the scene on my Twitch. Be able to do that. Let me take this and move it up. Does that do anything? Okay, I could do that. And then I could bring the... Nope. The cropping is just barely out of reach. Okay, so... Okay, no one did build on the 8-5-10. And I could immediately build a road down towards the wheat port. And then hope for a 3 and a 6 to get rolled. Or I could go heavy on the commodity production with the 9, 10, 11. But then I gotta hope for an 11 to get rolled, because the 6 will probably get rolled, but the 11, risky business. Could go for the 9, 4, 11, just hope for the 6. But that wheat port, though. That wheat port. Or the 9 and the 11, the cloth. Let me do that. I'm feeling it. And let me point my road towards the 4-5. Which kind of deters blue from really building anywhere in this area. Maybe the 3, 10, 11, but not likely. And I can be safe to build towards the 3 for 1 port. So yeah, basically I just need a 6 get rolled to get the knight to protect me city. I gotta do something about this layout. Let me edit the scene here. Maybe it's the cropping. There goes an 8. Okay, I think... Oh, did I get it? Get that green line. Yeah, right there. Okay, so now we should be good. There's another 8. Oh, so blue did build on the 3, 4, 8. So I'm kind of... I could try to sneak my way into that 4, 5 spot. But I just gotta hope for the 6 right now before barbarians invade. That's not too much as another 8 gets rolled, right? It's not too much to ask. But. Okay, so it's not how I minimize or maximize the window on the computer screen. It's how Twitch views the screen capture, if that makes any sense. So I just had to move in Twitch Studio. I had to edit the scene layout. I didn't adjust the window that I have open for playing Catan at all, but now I'm gonna do just that and see if I can do that. Okay, that didn't, yeah, good. So it doesn't affect it at all. Oh, maybe I should roll dice. 10. Okay, so we have gotten a cloth, so I will build Yellow City Improvements level 1. No 6 as of yet. Very highly disappointing. You know, 6 is one of the most commonly rolled numbers in the entire game. But yeah, if I sound good on the stream, let me know. My one viewer, or if you have one viewer on your own Twitch stream, is that you or is it someone else? Because that viewer must have hopped on as soon as I started the stream, which is impressive, but perhaps creepy in a slight way. Look at the 5. I do get, okay, that's what I was hoping for. Build the Yellow City Improvement and hopefully draw a merchant from the yellow progress card stack, which is exactly what I did. So I'm not going to trade away any sheep. So I'm probably going to put merchant on sheep, trade 2 sheep for an ore, have a sheep left over, build a 9, activate it. Just couldn't get us a 6. So merchant going out, go right on the sheep. I also have a 3 sheep. Where the sheep port's up top. Maybe we'll have to make a run for the sheep port later this game, if we can beat blue to it, but I doubt it. So I could protect the 411, but actually I think I want to not in so much for protecting the 311 over here, but just to make sure that red can't cut me off to that 3-for-1 port, because I think the 3-for-1 port is way more realistic than the sheep port. Okay, it's just 5s and 8s this whole game, which is crazy. How do I tilt on the iPhone app? I can tilt the screen with 2 fingers, but on the web browser, I'm not quite sure how to do that. Oh, okay, I can zoom. Maybe that? No. Camera. No. Perhaps visuals? Oh, fast resource distribution. That's cool. AI uses emojis as a setting. That's funny. 10. 8, 5, 10. You're not doing anything for me. And no one has 10 anyway. So let's roll a 6. Or a 4. 4's cool too. And if only I had a green city improvement, I could have gotten 2 green progress cards so far. There goes the 6. Now let's have 2 more 6s get rolled so I can build a city. Not this turn, but or this upcoming turn, but next turn. Okay, 3 active knights, 3 barbarians. So everybody's going to get a progress card of their choice. 9. Ooh, there goes a cloth. So I could get Defender of Catan right here. Actually, I may just do that, yeah. And I'll hold on to the wheat because I'll be needing it to reactivate my knights here instead of 4-for-1ing it for a 2nd cloth or 1 paper. But I'll get the Defender of Catan victory point here because we're only going to 13. And if I get kind of boxed in because I'm kind of in the middle of the board, except for my starting settlement, then I'm going to need all the victory points I can get, you know, throughout the whole game. So why not get one here and be in a position to protect both of my starting placements. Okay, there goes another ore. We do have Commercial Harbor, so we know that red has paper, and it's not their turn. It's blue's turn that rolled the 6, so I know if I use Commercial Harbor, I can probably get a paper, but if red also has cloth, then they'll probably just give me the cloth. Or we'll just shut them down right now and see if we get either one. Okay, so we get the lumber. So let's go for, let's go for Commercial Harbor now. We'll give him the wheat. It'll be nice, let him reactivate his knight. And I did get the paper, and I'll also do a little trading with Blue. Pokélore, does she like Pokemon? And what will she give me? Perhaps a second paper? Ooh, okay, we got a second paper. So let's reactivate our knights. And I was hoping to get a paper and a second cloth, but I just get one paper. So now I have to work on maybe getting a few sheep and use my merchant on sheep to trade in for a second paper, get to Green City Improvements level 2. But then the robber comes and screws up all your plans, so you have to keep making new plans, because I'll probably get shut down. So he steals the ore, so my city is going to be a far off hope and dream of getting a second city on the board. And now the 6 is shut down as it gets rolled. But fear not, some 3s, 11s, and 9s would really help out. Or a 7. Okay, so we know, once again, Blue rolled the 6, so I'm going to shut down the 6 wood, the 6 lumber, in the hopes that I get the paper from red. And I just get my ore back, so that's fun. But it seems like whenever someone shuts me down, except for that last time that red shut me down, and then they stole my ore, usually I get my commodity stolen. So there goes a 7. Who will Blue shut down? Well, I am in the lead with victory points. There's always a chance I'll get shut down here. Like right back on the 6. Oh, on the 9. Okay, so now the ore that I initially received, red stole it, I stole it back, now Blue stole it. And they use it to build a knight, so it does go to some use. Some good cause. Okay, there's a 4. And my knight is not protecting the 9. So, I can't do much, I'll just pass. Think about eating my snack here, my Rice Krispie treat. And I also have a second one. Okay, there goes another 4. Okay, we're back on the city game, hopefully. Blue has tied me in knight strength, so we will get a progress card apiece. Do I take a yellow or a green? I'm actually kind of hoping for... Yeah, I'll take a yellow. Resource Monopoly or Merchant would be really helpful. Resource Monopoly, because I know there's a lot of wheat out there. I also know that red has at least 2 ores, so I'll probably use Resource Monopoly, steal both his ores, so that way I don't have to forfeit any of my wheat for ore in order to build the second city, because the second city is going to be very helpful as I lose my 9 to Blue. As she takes the 9, puts it on her wheat, gives me a 3. So after getting a second city on the 3, 6, 11, if I get Alchemist, I'm going to Alchemist a 3, assuming both 3s are wide open for maximum sheep and cloth. Here goes a 6, and this is just perfect. So I know that Blue also has ore, so I should get like 3 or 4 ore off this Resource Monopoly play. So in fact I get 4 ore, the maximum I could, which is perfect. So I will build a city, and it's too bad I didn't have another settlement on the board, because I could have built a second city. And here I'll just reactivate the knights. And I have the cards to build a second city. It sucks, but I have to pass with 8 cards in my hand, because I can literally build no other things. If only Merchant was on ore or wheat for me, then I could make some things happen. But what do you know? Had more than 7 cards. Didn't want to have more than 7 cards, but there was nothing I could physically build, so now I got to give up cards. And I'm going to give up... I don't need the ore right now, because I've already built all the cities I can so far. And he steals the paper. Unfortunate. It seems my luck is always mediocre. And there goes the 6, and it's shut down. I would have gotten ore. It's like... I know I cannot be playing with absolute geniuses in the game, but they just shut me down perfectly. Like it always happens to me every game. 2 6s, I would have been 2 coin and 2 ore so far. A third 6. And this is what I constantly fight against, my own lack of luck. And now I have to watch Merchant get stolen from me and Red get the science bonus. But somehow I still win. Is it just Catan Universe? Is it just me? Is it some other unseen outside force? You can never know. You can never be for sure. Okay, this goes to 7. So now all those 6s have been rolled, now the robber will be removed from my 6 ore. And then watch 6s not get rolled all that much. But let's check the dice statistics. Oh yeah, it's definitely rolled the most. 7 is right behind it. So thankfully Blue recognizes that Red has a little momentum here. Having Merchant and Science bonus and being tied for first in victory points. Okay, so now the 6s are still going, so that's cool. Now it's open for me. We are open for business. Now I just have to see if anybody's trading brick, but I doubt it. So instead, I'll just get the Blue Sea Improvements level 1. I wish I had a sheep because I'd promote a knight, but not today. Okay, so Red rolls a 7. I tie for Defender of Catan strength. Again, Merchant or Resource Monopoly would be optimal. Master Merchant is also good. Because from the green progress card stack, I do want Smith, the road building. Perhaps even Alchemist, but you know, they can't really help me all that much. And there goes the other commodity I own, gone to red. Because even if I get road building, I'm still not producing any bricks. I'm not on that 5 brick. So I could build the roads toward the 3-for-1 port on the left side of your screen. But I won't be able to build the settlement for a while. So that's why I'm taking yellow progress cards for now. 8. Don't have it. Don't have science bonus. I will just simply activate a knight. That's all I can do. My 9 is gone now, stolen away by Inventor. Sometimes you just go through crazy droughts of having barely any production at all. And you just, all the other players seemingly built on the perfect numbers. But there goes a lucky 3. Now I feel like I'm somewhat back in the game. Blue has 2 city walls. So that's where they're holding 10 cards without them flashing red. Irrigation jumps them up to 14. So yeah, of course with 2 city walls, Blue can hold up to 11 cards without having to burn half if Robber 7 decides to knock at our door. And hopefully she only... I was going to say hopefully she only gets the Knight Strength level 2, but she instead uses Trade Monopoly, steals my cloth, so I just can't quite make it happen here. What I can do is activate this knight, and then maybe even promote it, and then hope that red doesn't have a road and intrigue. So I probably should have promoted the other knight, but we'll see what happens. So I'm hoping to win Defender of Catan, but at the same time I'm hoping that red builds a victory point before that so I can use Master Merchant on them so that they'll be ahead in victory points, and then win Defender of Catan and then match them at 6 victory points. So this either strategy is good, but those 2 strategies in combination with each other is the fine line, is the deeper strategy in Cities and Knights here. Yeah, I want to get a victory point off Defender of Catan, yeah, I want to steal cards from red, but why not do both? But red does not build anything. Instead, they match me at Knight Strength. And I get some wheat, but I'm still not on that 4 ore. And now I cannot get on that 4-5 over here because blue shut that down by building on the 5-10. Let me check the stream. Do I sound... I think I sound okay. I think the game audio is not overbearing on the my speaking over it. The 9 that was stolen away from me. But now, with Master Merchant, I'm actually going to use it on blue because blue is looking pretty powerful at 6 victory points. I mean, my cloth must have been stolen away from me, my second one, because now that's Dunzo. So I'll just build a knight with the cards I grabbed from blue. And that's it. Still just waiting on an opportunity, really. So yeah, this city over here on the 3-4-11 is basically trapped in the middle of the board. I could try to sneak out down south to the bottom, but red will probably cut that off before that happens. So my only hope really is to get over this 3-4-1 port, and then from there go for a Metropolis, because the Metropolis is, well, I'm way behind already. Sometimes it just kind of steamrolls out of control where the other players like have all this momentum, all these city improvements beyond what you have. You're just like, what happened? I thought we just started the game. But now red has the trade bonus and the science bonus. Blue has the science bonus, and they're one away on each from the trade bonus and the politics bonus. I'm just chilling over here with level 1 city improvements on each color. Like, can I get a progress card? But now here goes an 11, so the 3s and 11s are rare. I really would like better numbers, but I gotta hope for an inventor to come my way. Or 3s and 11s, maybe get rolled a little bit more, but we'll see. Now that I have 5 wheat, if I don't roll a 7, I would like to 4-for-1 the wheat for a brick, build out to the 3-for-1 port with a road. There goes an 8, almost a 7. Merchant Fleet. Okay. You know, sometimes it does come at a good time, certain progress cards. So I will use Merchant Fleet on wheat, so this one turn I can trade as many wheat as I can in at a 2-for-1 rate. And I want to upgrade to level 2 Yellow City Improvements, but I think the wiser decision is to trade in for the brick and then hold what I got, so hopefully I can get the lumber here the next couple of turns and build the settlement. Because I'd rather get the 3-for-1 port now rather than just get the Yellow City Improvements level 2. And look, I got another progress card, Resource Monopoly. So I probably should have traded in for the lumber because all that brick just went out, but hopefully some 6s and 8s get rolled so I can know for sure that I'll be getting at least 1 lumber. That's all I really need for now. But then a 7 decides to get rolled a green progress card to each of the opposing players. No doubt I will be screwed over in some way with those progress cards. Blue shuts red down wisely on the 6 because they're both battling it out for the green Metropolis. Blue also builds a settlement on the 9-10 with the sheep port. So I don't think I'm going to win this game, but of course I'm going to try my best. I don't rage quit. That's just insane. There goes a 10. Okay, lumber is out there for sure. You just got to go find it. So let's use Resource Monopoly. We'll grab some lumber. Literally a single lumber, but I knew for sure there was at least one. And there's my settlement. Now I can hope to get a 3rd city on the board. Also, too, I am winning in Knight Strength, so if red ushers in the Barbarians, that's another victory point for Unorthodox Master Games, and that 3 gets rolled. Okay, so sheep, lots of cloth coming my way. Possibly getting to Yellow City Improvements level 2 if I don't get stolen from. Inventor, don't take away another good number from me, please. Oh, the 9. It's not the original 9, but it is a 9. that gets brought back. It returns to the sheep homeland, the heartland. There goes a 4. I'm now in the 4 ore. Okay, now it's starting to possibly turn around here, but blue does have 13 cards and 3 progress cards, so you can never underestimate that. And something in my shoulder or my arm hurts from doing push-ups earlier. Trying to get a little bit stronger. I have to try to work that kink out later on. Okay, so the stream does still look good. People keep telling me to use OBS, or OBS Studios, whatever it's called, but Twitch Studio Beta is extremely easy to figure out and use, so I'm going to stick with that. As I have 8 cards in my hand once again, I'm just barely over the threshold, and I don't have any brick to build a city wall. So, let's go ahead and discard the sheep, because that's not helpful to us right now. And let me get rid of I'll get rid of this so I can definitely reactivate my knights and also get to Yellow City Improvements level 2. Now, they're both so powerful, it's hard to figure out who to shut down. Honestly, I'll probably shut them both down. And I'll steal from blue, because I think blue has a slight edge here. Ooh, I get a brick. Very nice. It's a nice brick to look at. It's a nice souvenir. And before I forget, Yellow City Improvements level 2. The 7s. It's always the worst when you're behind in the game and a 7 just wrecks your whole strategy that you were going for. And then you just have to kind of stay behind the game because of that. Especially if you're going to make a power play and steal victory points from another player. 7s just show up at the worst times, eh? So now 7 is the most real number over 6. I'm still hoping for a 6, but it's a 12, which no one has, but they will each get a card because of science bonus, and I will just get nothing. So, the 3, 10, 11 is still open in the middle of the board. And for good reason, because it kind of sucks. But that later on, that could be something to look into, because other than that, my options are trying to go up to the 312, which is not that spicy. Okay, so 9 brings in some cards. Science bonus for blue. Can't do anything, so I'll pass those dice. It's always a 7. Please don't shut me down. This is kind of the double-edged, and of course I get shut down and stolen from. It's kind of the double-edged sword because I'm still going ahead in victory points somewhat, but my production just sucks right now. But all the player sees is, oh, you know, Dupinator and blue are both at 7. So, not my car, thankfully, right? No one's breaking into my car, I hope not. Stealing, that's where I stash all my Rice Krispie treats. But, okay, so, red. Chill out a little bit, getting the Yellow Metropolis, also having Merchant. And getting the Green Metropolis? All in the same turn? Is that... My mind is so blown, my brain just exploded out of my skull, but I think that was a 5-point play. As a 3 gets rolled. 2 Metropolises and a Merchant on the same turn. I thought I was good, but everybody, don't look at my gameplay, just look at Red's for the rest of the game. I just think Red just basically secured the win. And if you look at the bottom of the screen, see if Twitch, yep, good on Twitch, so if you look at the bottom of the screen, all Red has to do is connect their 2 road systems. They take longest road for life. That'll put them up to 12 victory points. And then they just build a settlement and win. This game's going to be over probably in the next 10 minutes. Not if Blue has anything to say about it. They said, we know exactly what Red's game plan is, so we're going to take longest road, but it's too little too late. I should have just built where red built to start the game. There goes a 10. Literally can do nothing, so I'll just pass. The only thing I have going for me is the Defender of Catan victory point, hopefully. Sometimes you can do all the strategizing you want, but someone can match you in night strength. But sometimes it just comes down to your starting placement, so I'm still needing to figure that out. So I would have gotten a victory point there from Defender of Catan, but red decided to match me. So now, take your green one, and it is road building. So now, not only do we have to keep Longest Road away from red, we also have to work on stealing a metropolis from red, which at this point is just absurd. Absolutely absurd. And I thought I was looking cool with almost 3 cities on the board. But then blue's like, I'm just going to have 4 cities on the board. And there goes the 5. So 5s, 10s, and 8s are just running with the bulls here. And I'm just like, could I get something? I had 2 3s and 2 11s at one point. The 4s aren't getting quite rolled all that much. And I'll use road building. Why not? And blue has a 6-length road. Red is working on that, trying to make something happen. I'm gonna, screw it. Let's just go for it. Red will probably shut me down to this too, but let's go for the 3, 10, 11. I don't have the trade bonus. I can't trade in 2 cloth for a lumber, so I gotta pass. It's just all sorts of unfortunate. There goes another 5. And I was thinking about building on that 5, 8, 10 at the beginning of the game. That would have been the right move. But how are you supposed to know which good numbers are going to get rolled in Catan Universe? Because as we know, the dice rolls are all over the place. There goes a 6, but it's shut down. It's just so sad for me. Maybe next game I'll have better luck. Or is there less luck in Cities and Knights? I think so. Is it more about your starting city placements and settlement placements? I think so as well. I think I just have much more learning to do. I'm not a master by any stretch of the imagination. Okay, blue making moves. Level 3 on every single city improvement color. Smith coming out, so now they can have Mighty Knights. So now they're going to get the Defender of Catan victory points. So actually, it really comes down to if red can take Longest Road from blue, then they'll get the win. But if blue can hold on to it, blue could have a chance. Because if they get that blue metropolis, they'll be up to 12 victory points. Fun stuff. The 5s are insane. Literally insane. I didn't get anything over those past few rolls. There goes a 9. Ooh, I got something. But now I have 8 cards, so watch a 7 just wreck my life. There goes mining. Okay. Red has 17 cards. I think if they connect up... Oh, there goes merchant. If they connect up their road systems, I think they win. Because blue only has 7. Yeah, if they do. If they build 2 roads, they win. There it goes. There's 1. There's 2. Wow, what a quick game. Alright guys, already in the books. Let's see if we can try another one. So, wow. How do you see... Oh, wait, here it is. I would like to see... You can see it on the app. What am I trying to get at? Not the dice rolls, but the game time. How long... The game duration. Um. Huh. For whatever reason in the app, you can see the like how long the game took or whatnot, but I guess I'm I'm a caveman trying to figure out this technology. I can't figure out on the app. You can see how long the game took, but on the web browser, I just can't find it. You think the web browser would have more features than the app? Maybe I'm just so focused on my salty laws in Cities and Nights that I'm just missing it. But we are on live stream number 9, and we've been doing this for a couple months, maybe more than a couple months, I think, because I think I posted every Catan live stream on my YouTube channel. So yeah, I think if you go back a few months, we started with number 1 back then. We're gonna get into another game of Cities and Nights. And what did I want to do here? Oh yeah, I think I wanted to slightly crop the window down so I could see how many viewers I have on Twitch at any given moment. Pick that up. Actually, yeah, I can put that there. And then drag this down a bit. And if I go back on Twitch, is it... Okay, now it's cut out, but... If I scroll down like that... No, the cropping is just... I'll have to go back up like this. Okay, so that's better. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that and maybe check back here. No, I'm just gonna have to go up with it like this. And go like that. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Okay, so we are heading for new shores with 3 players. But it says heading for new shores, parentheses 4, so we're actually going to 17 victory points instead of the normal 16, I believe it is. And for our starting settlement, will we be smarter this time? We do have a 2-6-11, a 3-6-11. I'm looking at the wheat because the wheat is super dry. I'm actually going to go, yeah, I think I'm going to go for that. 3-6-11. And then point it. I'm going to go up this way. That way I can either go for the 6 again and get the lumber port, or go for the 2-4-11 to get some ore. But we will see what the people do. We're playing with 2 ladies, Riversong 12 and Clem MMCB. McB. Not sure what that's all about. And let me send a quick text real quick as green builds on the 589, and I realized my mistake. And all the letter keys on the phone are so tiny I can never hit them right. I always hit the wrong one by accident. And oh, it's already my turn again. So, I'm looking at this 8, 10, 11. Speak now or forever hold your peace or your P, because I'm thinking about the 5, 10, 11, and then build out towards the 3, 4, 1 port and gain the 5. The process, because the 6, 9, 12 is cool, or the 6, 9 with the wheat port, but the 5, 2 below that is eh. So yeah, actually, and then if 11 get rolled, I get a road and a paper. So I think I'm going to go for that. And I'll build my road this way to the 3, 4, 1 port. And I'm willing to bet that blue's not going to build on the 3, 4, 1 port. They'll probably build somewhere else inland. Oh no, they're going to go for the 6, 9. But I think green is my big rival here, because if they upgrade the 5, 8, 9 to a city, and they'll just be getting a bunch of commodities. And they'll be the ones to watch out for. There goes a 4. I'm going to build my knight now just to ensure that I have positioning for the 5-10 later. Now I just gotta wait for a 6 to get rolled. Ooh, we got some 8 and 6 goodness on this island over here to try to work towards later on. Because the 3-11 is a lumber and gold, but it's a 3 and 11, so that's not the best. Okay, so I also have messages on Discord, but I haven't. Oh, there goes an 11. So now, road and a paper. My main objective is to get to that 3-for-1 port, gain the 5, gain the good trading. I just need a 6 to get rolled. So I will get the science level 1, and I'm going to hold what I have because I doubt I'm going to get 4 cards in these next 2 rolls. But you never know, you could speak too soon. It would be 2 11 rolls, right? What if I can get 2 more lumber off 2 11s? Then I could get, oh, printer already. Free victory point progress card already came out this early in the game, but I did get Smith. Would love to have a Warlord, but I don't have any blue city improvements, so I'm definitely not going to get Warlord at this point in the game. But with these 4s getting rolled, after I build on the 5-10, it might behoove me to build on the 4-10-11 perhaps in the middle of the board for production purposes. We do get the 8, so I will get a coin, a blue city improvement coming my way. It's a 7. Now herein lies the predicament, because no wheat. I could build another knight and then upgrade them both with Smith, but all I can really do right now is build the road and hope for a 6. That's all I need to get rolled here. But it's an 11. Okay, so that's 2 lumber. If I would have not built that road, I would have had 3 lumber. But I still don't have a 3-for-1 port, so I still couldn't have got the wheat that way. Roll a 6. Or a 9. Okay, so how did green activate their knight without having any wheat whatsoever? That is that question, but there goes the 6. Perfect. Okay, so I could build the settlement, but of course not. I'm going to activate the knight. And there's 3 barbarian strength, 2 active knights, so this way I'm going to leave it at that so that whatchamacallit, blue has to burn a city because they don't have any knights activated. And it's a 5, and I'm just barely not on that 5. There's got to be a way to tilt the screen, but maybe I could look it up on my phone so I don't mess it up on the app. But there goes a 5. Defeat. So sorry, blue. They have to burn a city. Barbarians destroyed it back down to a settlement. And I'm just not on that 5 wheat. Look at all that wheat coming out. I just need 1 6 to get rolled. As blue goes ahead, builds a settlement. So now they have 3 settlements, and they're in a very good position to get to the 5-2 at the bottom of your screen. And in heading for new shores, I think you get 1 victory point for the settlement and 2 victory points for building on a new island. So that's going to be special victory points galore for them. It's a 3. Saboteur. I mean, I could use it and have River Song get rid of 2 cards, but honestly, I just need a wheat. So I will actually build a knight over here so that I have 5 cards. And now I'm going to hope for a 6. Is it too much to ask? I'll let you all be the judge. There goes another 3. So the sheep are nice, but let's have a 6 here. I can go on that 5-10. There goes an 8. Okay. So 6. It's a 4. Okay, so there's absolutely no wheat out there whatsoever. Yeah, it's not looking good. Maybe I get 2 sheep for some crazy trade. Probably won't be accepted. Just to activate a knight. Well, actually, barbarians are not that far into invading, so I'm just going to use Smith, activate my knights, and then I'll use Saboteur because I see that River Song has 8 cards, so I'm going to bring it back down to 4. And if I had a second brick, I would build a city wall, but I'm just really focused on getting that settlement on the 3-for-1 port. I do have a coin and a paper, but I need a second coin or a second paper to get to level 2 of either blue or green city improvement. Okay, there goes a 10, so there's my first cloth of the game. And if I spend that, maybe I'll even get a merchant or a resource monopolizer. Oh yes, so I was going to look up the tilting feature on the app. There goes the 6. Okay, now watch me roll a 7 with all these cards. And it's a 5. So all those 5s that are coming out now, I'm going to capitalize on those. Here's the settlement. So I was supposed to activate my knight, but I got too excited about the settlement. So now we really got to hope the barbarians don't invade in these next few turns, and we need a 3rd sheep or we need a 5. So there's the 5. The barbarians did advance. Now we just have to hope that blue does not also advance them, because that'll put all the pressure on me. And that's green. And I would... If I'm going to lose a city, green's going to lose the city as well. Because that trade does help me, because now that I have 3-for-1 port with 4 sheep, I could trade back in for the wheat and have a additional sheep left over. But actually I just have one wheat and 2 sheep, so that's all fine and dandy anyway. And actually I would take a 3rd sheep just so I can 3-for-1 for a commodity. Okay, there goes the 5. So blue did not advance the barbarians, so we are for sure safe. We can activate both our knights, and instead of losing a city, we're going to get a Defender of Catan victory point. As blue gets their city back out on the board, instead of the 6-9 spot, they go for the 4-5-8, which is perfectly chosen. And who left? Oh, River Song 12 left. But I was just about to save us all from the barbarians, so what's the deal? So I will... Actually, I may not have to activate both knights there. I could even build a ship. But I think I want to go for the 4, 10, 11 before casting out. I do have 7 cards, so just for that I will activate the 2nd knight in the slight off chance that green or blue can promote a knight to a level 2 knight. So instead of tying them for Defender of Catan, I of course want to win and get the victory point. Sheep. Oh, so it is the computer, so I'm going to ask for 2. Whoops. 2. Because I want to now trade in for some city improvements. Don't roll a 7 blue. It's a 5. Okay, I'm cool with that. I really need a city on that 5-10 spot now. I would go for the 3-6-11, but 6s are, just not really that good this game. Wheat for a brick, no. Yeah, 6 has been rolled twice. 5's been rolled 7 times. But yeah, I'm definitely going to trade it. Well, let's see what I roll first. And of course, it's a 7. It's just perfect. Okay, let me get rid of... Let me hold on to my wheat. Well, I'll get rid of all that, so I can still trade in 3 sheep for whatever I want. And I'll put the pirate ship actually on blue, so that way the robber's still in the desert. And I actually stole a wheat. And I will go for the second paper on my way to the science bonus. Hopefully I can get inventor and get that 11 lumber upgraded to like a 5 or 9. Okay, I like a 10, that's cool. For the wheat, once again, give me 2. And the computer does. Always ask for 2 from the computer, at least. Alright, so we got a second coin. We will be getting the blue city improvement. Well, again, let me roll. Okay, no 7 this time and a 5. The barbarians are just barely not invading. They've been right on the edge, 1 space away, but we haven't rolled their dice yet. Politics level 2. And in the spirit of city improvements, let's just get to yellow city improvements level 2. And I'll pass. So, Defender of Catan victory point incoming. So that'll put me up to 5 victory points. Plus with a 3 I'll get a second sheep. But now I'm looking to reactivate my knights and get some very tasty science bonus city improvements coming my way. Hold your right mouse button down and move your mouse up and down to tilt the camera angle. Okay, there we go. So now we can tilt, but be in a more zoomed in viewing. Ooh, there's mining. Okay, I think what I want to do here is before I activate my knights, I actually want to use mining. And then I'm going to 3 for 1 the sheep for a second wheat. I'm going to upgrade the 5-10. And then watch the 3-6-11 start getting rolled like crazy. But I'm going to upgrade the 5-10. Hopefully get some wheat here soon as an instant payoff. I think I have plenty of time before the barbarians invade to get my knights reactivated. Okay, as 2 9s with 2 barbarian dice get rolled. Or if I get warlord, that works too. Or irrigation. Or 7. Oh, I did get wedding, but I am ahead in victory points. So I will place the robber on the 6. And I'm looking at blue. There's a sheep. Not optimal. Okay, so we can tilt the screen. We know how to do that now. Alchemist for a 9. Advances the barbarians again. So with all my settlements and cities on the board and all my city improvements, I can't manage to get my knights activated. If I get a 10, I'll get 2 more sheep and I'll be able to 3 for 1. But there goes a 6. And a spy. I'll probably spy on River Song because they have 2. Well, never mind. Blue is going to spy my spy, then use the spy again. Maybe, yep. Now they're getting married, so I'm going to give away 2 cards to them. The game can just flip-flop on you just like that. With the blink of an eye, the snap of a finger. Plus blue is 1 road or ship away from getting longest road, which will put them at 7 victory points. So they probably were very wise to get spy and then use wedding before building any more roads or ships, but they didn't build any that turn anyway. 4, still don't have it, but I did get a crane. Can't use crane though, so I will just activate this knight. We're still not beating the barbarian strength, but I will hope for another 5 or 6. And it's an 8. Now I can get the politics bonus. That's nice. So now I don't necessarily need to activate my other knight. I just need a sheep. Okay, so both of them will lose a city in this current setup here because I am winning in knight strength. But since blue rolled the 7, even though they have to burn half their cards, which totals to 5 because you round down, they're probably going to be able to activate that second knight, I think. It's funny, they have the wheat port, but wheat has been so dry this game. Thankfully they sold the ore and not the coins, so I can still use crane to get the politics bonus. They will get green city improvements level 1, and if they pass the dice without... Nope, they will 4-for-1 the brick for the second wheat. Just barely making it happen. And I just barely am not going to get Defender of Catan victory point. But I rolled a 9. If only I rolled a 5 or 6. That's all I'm saying. So I don't want to chase away the robber off my 10 because I probably won't be able to reactivate my knight. So let me just get the politics bonus. 1 wheat away from a victory point. How do I get so close yet so just out of reach? There goes another 9 with barbarian advancement. I am going to take... I'm actually going to take a green one because I hope for irrigation. Engineer. I'm just so lucky. Engineer being my least favorite green progress card. And the game gives it to me, knowing full well that I need irrigation. There goes a 7, but I have nothing to my name. Smart play with the pirate ship to also keep the robber on my 10 by blue, so that even if I want to build ships, I can't for now. Off that coastal city. Inventor, are they stealing a 5? Well, actually, no, they're going to probably want to keep that 5 there because they're also on that 5 wheat. Okay, so they'll take another 5. So if a 5 gets rolled, blue's going to get a lot of cards. But I rolled a 7, and instead of moving the pirate ship, I'm of course going to move the robber. And I'm going to put it right here. Steal from blue. Brick. Oh, but I don't need a second brick because I have engineer. So I'm just going to build a city wall for free. Now I can hold up to 9 cards in my hand, even if a 7 gets rolled. Not have to burn any cards. There goes the 5, and that was smart of me to shut down the 5 lumber, because that would have also been a lot of paper for blue. And I'll actually get 2 ore for the brick, taking advantage of the computer. Now I just need an 8 to get rolled, and I'll have a 3rd city on the board. But of course, I guess I have to reactivate my knights. But now that I have crane, I will be getting the trade bonus here. 4 bishop. Oh, okay. Actually, I'm going to use bishop now, put it on the 6, so I can definitely get 2 cards. Very nice. So I can actually... Ooh, I can get the city. Let me use crane. Get the politics bonus. If only had the science bonus. And this is like... I want to build that city so bad, but I'm just going to activate my knights. And I'm simply going to hope for a 5 to get rolled. I'll get the 2 wheat back and then be able to build the city. Alchemist 4. Still don't have a 4, so it's still a good idea to get on that 4, 10, 11 spot, I think. Also for purposes of mining, because that'll give me 4 ore instead of 2 if I get a mining card and use it. 9 4s and 9s. Those seem to be the numbers this game. We are going to 17 victory points. Yeah, 4s and 9s are creeping up on 5s, but if 5s can keep getting rolled like clockwork. 6. And of course I'm only going to get 1 wheat instead of 2. It's just like, how can we be so close yet so far? So, I could trade in 3 ore for a brick, build the road, but I simply would maybe like to get a sheep, actually. For a lumber, maybe the computer is willing. The computer is not. Perhaps brick. What is the computer trading? I don't know. Maybe, well, let me try with lumber. If the computer's trading lumber, I was gonna go try to get 3 lumber, 3 for 1 up for the wheat, but it ain't happening. There goes the second 6, so I will be getting a 3rd city on the board, hopefully. All things going well. We'll see what blue rolls. It's a 5, and they just go crazy over that wheat, paper, lumber. That's a very good roll for them. I did have to use bishop earlier so I can make some more moves. But, well, they would have chased off the robber off the 5 lumber anyway with their activated knight. So yeah. Oh, I do have more than 9 cards now with my city walls, so if I roll a 7, we're going to be in trouble. 8. And we did not advance barbarians, and we also, ooh, we got a trade monopoly. I think blue already had a green city improvement built, and I think off that 5 they got a cloth. So let me go for it. I think there's some paper out there. Yep. Okay, so they both had a paper. Now, oh, I could get the science bonus. I could get the science bonus. Should I do it over the city? I think I'm going to do it. So I'm actually going to go for, I'll trade the wheat away, because I'm always going to get more wheat, right? So I'll get the science bonus here. And actually, let me just keep balling out. Let me start to build a road. Let me go for this 4, 10, 11 spot. Perhaps build a city on that spot instead of the 3, 6, 11. Because the only good thing about the 3, 6, 11, of course, is the wheat. And now the 3 is getting rolled, so I'd be getting some cloth, but that's okay. The cloth will come off the 10s, right? There goes an 8. Irrigation. Okay, now it's picking up. And I'm still leading in knight strength. So if the barbarians would hurry up and invade before someone uses smith to tie me knight strength, I could get a victory point with the 7. Perfect. So now I'm up to 7 victory points. Now I'm 10 short victory points away from winning. I will place the robber perfectly as it should be on the 5. Or do I move? Actually, I think we're going to move the pirate ship, actually. Yeah, let me move the pirate ship, steal from blue. Yep. And then I could get a metropolis. I could get the blue metropolis this turn with irrigation and merchant on wheat. Or I could go for the 4, 10, 11 spot. What do I do here? Since I'm ahead in blue city improvements, I think I'm just going to use irrigation, get 4 wheat, and I'll use merchant, put it on the wheat. And I do have trade bonus, so I could trade in the 2 coin for something if I so desire. So I'll put the road here. And then, yeah, let me do the 2 coin for the brick. Let me activate my knights before I run out of time on my turn. And now I just need to get a lumber and a wheat to build that settlement and then upgrade it to a glorious city. And then from there, we can go for metropolises. Let me not lose my words here. Yeah, let me do that. I do have science bonus as well, so that's nice. And with Inventor, the computer did take away my 5 wheat and put a 3 there. And the 5 went to where? Where did it go? Up here? Yeah, I think, oh yeah, it did. Up at the top left of your screen where the 3-1 port is. Also on a wheat hex. So now they don't have a 5 science bonus, take the lumber. And the 4, 10, 11 spot is finally mine. And now I just have to hope for a 3 or a 6 get rolled. Get some wheat, build the city. Okay, there goes a 6. Now I just need another 6. Actually, let me ask for 2 lumber. That way, all I need is an 11 or a 10 to get rolled. Or 10 is perfect because I'll get a bunch of ships that way. But a 3 is cool too because there's the wheat I need. I mean a second sheep. And I like this fast-paced game, like because we have a computer, things are going faster, but also blue is taking fast turns. I'm taking fast turns except for my last turn. Blue is ahead with 10 victory points because they built on that other island and heading for new shores. They built on a new island and got the 2 special victory points plus the 3rd one for the settlement. 9 don't have it, but science bonus. Thank you much. What do I need though? I do have medicine. Okay. So medicine, I only need 2 ore and a wheat to build this city here. So actually, ooh, you know what? I'm just gonna take a sheep. I'll use medicine. I'll build the city. And then now I'll build 2 ships because I'm gonna get on some special heading for new shores islands of my own. Yeah, now I just need a brick and a lumber. And I'll get a settlement on the 11 gold. There goes a 6, perfect. And then that'll put me up to, is it 13 victory points if my calculations are correct? There goes a 3. And should I have placed the city on the 3, 6, 11 instead of the 4, 10, 11? Because more cloth would have came my way. But so far I'm very far ahead in city improvements, so I could have gotten that blue metropolis earlier, but I said let me hold off so I can increase my production now. That way it'll be easier to handle all the metropolises later in the game when it really counts, when you can secure them away so that no one else will take them. Okay, blue gets the green city improvements level 2, but they don't have the science bonus yet, so that's good for us. Let's see what we roll. 9 cards, can't burn any with that 7 because we do have the city wall. Master Merchant. So I want to build a victory point, but now I want blue to build 1 so they can go just slightly ahead of me. And I can use Master Merchant on them. But let's move the robber. I'm not going to put it on their 5 because they could chase it away and shut down my 4 or my 10, which are not being protected currently. So actually I'm just gonna, well, even if I move the pirate ship there, they could chase it away with the knight. Let's put it on a 10. Let's see how they feel about that. Okay, there goes the second coin. now I just need to trade in. Oh, okay. We might. Well, first, before the Metropolis, because I have the merchant on wheat, I will trade in for a lumber and a brick. Now I'm up to 13 victory points, and from this point. Okay, so green has the potential of getting the same amount of knight strength as me, so I'm going to use politics bonus to upgrade to a mighty knight, and then pass the dice. So now I have 5 knight strength, so if green activates their other level 2 knight, they'll have only 4 knight strength, and I should be good. And even though I didn't get the blue Metropolis that turn like I could have, I do have 3 coin in my hand, so 1 more coin, or 1 more wheat to 2 for 1 the wheat, then I'm good. What was that noise? Okay, so I have 3 viewers. Did one of you... Oh, I guess someone followed me, so that was the noise. I apologize, I'm still trying to figure out the whole Twitch game here. But, any of my viewers, please type in the chat if the game audio sounds good, if my voice sounds good, compare the game audio, whatnot. Because I'm still trying to figure this whole thing out here, right? Okay, 2 master merchants, but now that I've sprung way ahead in victory points, I cannot use master merchant on blue. Of course, green is way behind. I could take the blue Metropolis right now. That'll put me at 17, and then longest road would put me. Or I'm sorry, the blue Metropolis would put me at 15 victory points. The longest road would put me at 17. That's the win. Plus, I'm about to get a Defender of Catan victory point. So, yeah. Let me go ahead and go to the bank. Do 2 cloth with the trade bonus, because I can trade 2 of the same commodity in for 1 of any resource or commodity. I'll get Metropolis blue. Blue Senior Improvements level 4 will slam that Metropolis down the board with authority, go up to 15 victory points. And we will build ourselves a ship. And now we need 2 more ships. And this game is ours. So I'll pass the dice there. I could have built another knight, a level 1 knight, and activated it, but I don't need to because barbarians invaded. I was ahead in knight strength. So now I go to 16 victory points. So the first game on this stream I did horribly. This game here, I am just killing it. I'm about to win. So... ebb and flow of the tides of winning and losing. Constitution gives me my 17th victory point, so all I have to do is roll the dice. I can discard whatever. So yeah, sometimes it works out. You just got to keep trying, keep playing, learning new strategies. Of course, with Cities and Knights, there's a wide variety of strategies to implement and try out and figure out, and which ones are really good, which ones cause huge upsets by stealing victory points from other players, which ones small ones that help you out throughout the game to build up your production, and this and that. But yeah, all I had to do was roll the dice because I already had 17 victory points before I rolled, and that's the win. That is the win. Alright. Whew. So that was a good game. Now, maybe the chat is not working. I don't know. I'm just going to say hello there, as General Kenobi would say. And if someone else replies, then that's cool. Then we know for sure the chat works and whatnot. But let's go into multiplayer. And we'll go right back into an auto match. I do have... oh! Polyglot V, or no, Polyglot TV, if that's the correct way to say it. He says it works, everything sounds good, thank you. So we are back on the first island with Cities and Knights, and thankfully the stream is working good. It's not, sometimes people tell me it lags, or the game audio is coming in way too strong compared to my voice, so I just want to make sure. Of course, should have tried to make sure some other way at the beginning of this 1 hour, 15-minute session, but here we are. But thankfully everything's good, so we'll just keep rolling. And okay, so on the web browser, the board is coming at you straight up. So each time you do have to tilt the screen if that's how you want it to be laid out, which I do. so that I don't have to zoom out way out. I want everything to look somewhat readable and easy to look at. So on the first island, I remember the first game of the stream was on the first island. I did horribly, so let's see. Okay, 5, 9, 10. Build a road out to the lumber port and go crazy with 2-for-1 trades. Is that too unorthodox? Should I go for the 3, 4, 6, build out to the wheat port? But I'm kind of liking this 5, 9, 10, so I'm going to try it out. You never know. If someone cheekily builds right here on this 5 brick spot, I'll just build down the 3, 4, 1 spot, but I don't see that happening. But of course now, I have to see about protecting my starting city with a knight. We're going to see if that's doable here. Red smartly goes for the 6, 9, 10. Probably build towards either 3, 4, 1 port of their choice. So they're going to contest blue, but maybe blue will just go upwards instead of, you know, leftwards. Go to the sheep port instead of contesting red for that 3, 4, 1 port. So that is a good strategy on both of their parts. And we're actually playing a 4-player game here. For a second I wasn't really looking at that top left of my screen and seeing that there's also a green player. So we're going to have to see where they build in all this. And because I went second, there's not going to be a whole lot of good spots left. So yeah, we're going to have to see how we're going to do this, because we may lose our starting city by starting out on that 5, 9, 10. Because if I build on the lumber port to start out, I'm not on the 9 and 10 lumber to take advantage of the lumber port, so I kind of have to be on the 5, 9, 10 at first. The 3, 4, 6 is a good option potentially, but it might be taken. And the 4, 8 at the bottom is okay, but I'll begin the ore port, but all the good ore spots have already been taken. So I'm thinking that red or blue will try to build in this 4, 8 potentially, but we'll see what happens. Because having the ore port plus the 4 and 8 with the city on it will produce double wheat and paper and lumber. Let's see what Renegade FPT does, which is red. Yeah, 4, 8 is not good for me. 8, 10 possibly, but that's going to really cram me up on the lower right side of the board and not allow for a lot of expansion. So yeah, basically the 3, 4, 6. I could go crazy, go right on the 3, 4, 5, get all the sheep and all the cloth potentially, and then hopefully draw a merchant before the barbarians invade to get that level 1 knight out on the board. But I think it's going to have to be the 3, 4, 6 as my best bet. I have gotten science bonus a few times before the barbarians invade. Maybe twice at the most, like in 2 different games, got the science bonus before the barbarians invade, but I don't see that happening this game. Okay, so now, like I said, 3, 4, 6. We'll start out with that. We'll build towards the sheep port, or wheat port, I mean. Actually, I'm gonna go towards the old 3 for 1 port, because if I build on the wheat port, I'm tripling down on the 3 sheep. I'm going to be spending a lot of my wheat, I imagine, so I'm going to go for the 3 for 1 port. And hopefully go from there, but we'll just see. I also want to get to the lumber port. Okay, so now we do have a bunch of stuff. We do need an ore, but I don't think anybody has... Well, green does have ore, but I doubt they want to trade it, so I'm just going to pass. If I get another 6, I can 4 for 1. But Polyglot TV says, Wheat Harbor with both 6 and 8 wheat eventually will be great. Yes. So I think I'm going to triple down on the 6 wheat first and get the 3 for 1 port. And then from there, I can maybe try to swing my way down to the 10-8 spot and grab that wheat, and then go for the 3-4 port. But hopefully by then, so many 3s and 4s will have been rolled that I can get a bunch of yellow city improvements, and I can draw merchant, plop merchant right down a wheat hex, and then trade 2 for 1 that way. Okay, so there goes the 6. I do have more than 7 cards, so hopefully no 7 gets rolled. Because if not, I will be able to build a knight and activate it. Green does build a knight. They don't activate it, and they do build down to the brick port. And of course, the 7 says, "Here I am. Let me steal half your cards." So, let me do that. So I'll get rid of a brick, a sheep, and a wheat, or 2 wheat actually. So if a 6 does get rolled, I can still do this. But it's actually a 10, so there's a lumber. And I did give up a brick, so now I can't build a road. But there's still hope. But it's in the form of an 8, which I do not have. So blue gets an ore and 2 wheat. And they do have the ore port, so I was right. One of them, either red or blue, is going to build in that 4-8 spot with the ore port. Yeah, Polyglot TV, you're right. Blue might take that 8-10 spot first, and then I'll be forced to go towards the lumber port on the 5 brick and try to make a strategy out of that. But yeah, if I definitely am able to build a knight before the barbarians invade, I'm going to put it right on the 2-4-6 intersection, so that way red doesn't have a chance to cut me off with 2 roads to this 3-for-1 port. It'll make it a lot harder for them because they'll either have to go the other way, the long way around, or they'll have to have a road and an intrigue or a deserter. But currently red has no city improvements whatsoever, just like every other player in the game. Okay, there goes the 6, and now I have exactly 7 cards. So I kind of need blue to not roll any of the numbers I have, so that I can be guaranteed to not roll a 7 and burn half my cards. But blue rolls a 5, and now I just barely have 8 cards, so I might once again, I swear to you, I'm going to roll this 7 and I'm going to lose my city. It all comes down to the dice roll sometimes. I can't even look. Oh, what do you know? It was a 5. Okay, so I really want to do this. I could trade in 4 wheat for a second lumber, build the road and the settlement, and be off to the races. But because it's cities and knights, you gotta protect that city. So I'm gonna do this. Activate the knight. And before I go for the lumber port, I am gonna double down the wheat and go for the 3-for-1 port with that road. So the only person that does not have a knight is red. So they could be in for some trouble here if they can't get a knight out in the board and activated this turn. Of course, they must roll first. John the Boss is right. Already coming out with the emoji tapping on the watch. Because if you were taking fast turns so far, what happened this one time? But you never know. Maybe they lagged, maybe they had to go grab a snack, take a bathroom break. So now, I need a 6 and a 3 or 4, and the settlement is secured. But is red going to be able to build a knight? Because if not, they're going to have to pass the dice and then probably lose their city. But nope, the knight does come out. I mean, did a 10 get rolled earlier? Because if so, they do have a wheat. Yep, so they do have a wheat. Activate the knight. Also, they should have started out with a wheat from their 4 not 11 city placement. And they're actually going to build another road down towards that 9-12 spot. So they actually want to get on that 3-for-1 port before they get on the 3-for-1 port with the 10 wheat. Okay, there's the 6, so one piece of the puzzle has been put in place. Now we just need a 3 or a 4, which I actually don't think have come my way. If I look at the dice, yep, no 3 or 4, no 11 and 12 so far. So that's going to bring me my first cloth and a sheep. Ooh, do I accept the sheep? Because it's... I'm going to say no. I'm going to say I'm going to get a 3 or 4 before I get a 9 or a 10. But that could just be wishful thinking. Oh, another 6? And a green progress card for red. Okay. 3, 6, or 4 will give me the settlement. Of course, it's an 8. Do you think I could get a wheat for a sheep? That's the question. From any of the 3 players. Oh, we have a check mark from green, so I'm going to go for trade with green because blue wants a wood. So I'll trade with green and the settlement goes out. Now our next goal is to get the settlement on the lumber port, and then from there start getting some cities with those really good ports. Or do I try to go for the 8-10 spot and beat blue to it? Very hard to say. And the 7 was rolled, but the barbarians did not advance. Usually they advance with the 7 when the barbarians are 1 space away from invading, but it was actually a yellow dice instead. But no one has a cloth city improvement, so no one gets a yellow progress card. Interesting. Okay, a brick and a sheep for lumber. I'm not going to be taking that. So actually that wheat that I traded to green, they were not able to put together the other piece of the puzzle to build a settlement on the 11 ore with the brick port. So Polyglot TV says you have a good chance because blue is focused on top. Yeah, they are. Yes, focused towards the top of the screen for that sheep port. So if some 5s, 7, but still no barbarians. Wow. Okay, so now they have the 3-for-1 port. Because I have to build 2 roads and then the settlement. But I could build 1 road to the lumber port. But I think I'm... Yeah. I think I'm going to go for it. Wow, I could also build some city improvements. It's all so hard to decide. Okay, so I'll trade him for the brick and... Yeah, I think I'm going to go for it. Because if I can get that, then I'll get the lumber port later. Oh, and Polyglot TV says they have no clay. So blue... Yes, you're right. They have no brick, also known as clay. So that is actually good for us. Plus, blue has no green city improvements. Well, no city improvements at all. So I definitely can't draw road building yet. So that is also good for us. And everyone was tied in night strength, but now blue is ahead in night strength. So instead of getting a progress card of their choice, they're actually going to get a Defender of Catan victory point, which in this scenario is better for us because in the off chance they draw road building from a green progress card stack, upon tying in Defender of Catan, then they'll probably build the 2 roads they need, get on that 8-10 spot with the 3-for-1 port, and then we will be sayonara screwed over and have to go to the lumber port instead. Wow, barbarians have just been like hanging out in our backyard, but they still are at the entrance to our neighborhood, but they still have not invaded. That's been a good amount of dice rolls for them not to invade, being only 1 spot away. Did I jinx it? Yes, I did. So there goes the 9. There goes the lumber for me. Also, of course, I definitely want to get a city on that 5, 9, 10. But I just gotta wait for some 3s and 4s to get rolled. Hopefully get some yellow progress cards coming my way. And resource monopoly, merchant, trade monopoly, stuff like that. Master merchant. Once someone passes me in victory points. Brick and a wheat. I'm going to take that for my single lumber. Because I bank on a 9 or a 10 getting rolled. I'm probably helping... Yep, so I help green get the settlement on the brick port. But they kind of put me ahead because if a 9 or a 10 gets rolled, then I only need a sheep. Or another road after that to build the road and the settlement. get on that 8-10. Okay, now blue did roll the 7. Are they going to shut me down because they see I'm going for that 8-10 spot? No, they're actually going to shut down the 11, steal from red. Okay. So they probably figured red had something good that they could use, probably a paper or such. But it's my turn. 5. Okay. I was hoping for the 9 or the 10, but we'll take a 5. I shall reactivate my knight. And I don't want to build a city wall because I'm focused on the road and the settlement right now. 8. Not what I got. Man, no 3s or 4s yet. Usually I don't go this far in the game without getting a city improvement by now. Okay, there goes another 7. So I did trade with green, so maybe they'll look favorably upon me and not shut me down. Well, you never know. They probably will shut the 9 lumber down if I'm guessing, because it's not protected by a knight. No, they'll shut the 3 down even though I traded with them. Now, watch the 3 get rolled now on my possible cloth. But it's another 9, so now it seems like a lot of 9s have gotten rolled, a lot of paper for red, but they only have green city improvements level 1. Okay, so with the 7, even though green shut me down, I can't shut the 9 down because I'm on it, but I will put it right here on this ore. And I get an ore. I did want a paper, but I'll take it. Now I can build another road. Now, a lumber and a sheep away from getting on that 8-10 spot. So Polyglot TV, that was a very good thing to observation to make, that blue has no brick or clay coming in, brick / clay, whatever you want to call it. So I can definitely get on that 8-10 spot without feeling like blue's going to make a run for it and can test me for it. It's pretty much mine. I just have to make sure I can get the resources to go make it happen. Okay. So 5 active knights. It looks like blue once again has 2 knights activated, so they will be getting a Defender of Catan victory point, presumably. And now the 5s are rolling, but I need some 9s or 10s and a 3 or a 4. Still no 3 or 4 yet, right? That's right. There goes a 6. Okay, that's not bad. I can 3 for 1 the wheat. But I definitely want to. I am really close to another city now, but I think I need that settlement on the 8-10 before I can think city. Okay, there goes a 10. Or sorry, a 7. I'm looking at my 10 as I say that. And I think we're going to shut down. It's hard to say who's the current power player here. I'm maybe going to shut down this 11. So green doesn't have a totally hot 11 turn. And I'll reactivate the knight. And I'm going to trade for the sheep because I think a 9 or a 10 will get rolled before a 3 or a 4 gets rolled. Now I just have to hope for nothing to be stolen from me. But there's a 7. Red, shut the 4 down, please. I think red did shut that 4 lumber down earlier. But yep, so red puts it right back on that 4, so we're good there. So I just need a 9 or 10 to get rolled, or actually a 2, because I am on the 2 lumber now. And build the settlement on the 8-10, and then hope for a quick city after that. Because the city on the 5-9-10 is going to give me a lot of paper, hopefully, a lot of brick to build city walls. So I can hold a bunch of cards without having to burn them on a 7. Oh, actually I'll just take that so I can guarantee my settlement. Lumber, but actually red's going to trade with blue instead, but blue's ahead in victory points. Maybe I wasn't quick enough on the draw. On accepting the trade offer. Alright, green. Okay, there goes a 6. So, in an indirect way, I'll still get it. I would like to have a city wall here. Because now I have 8 cards. But I gotta get that settlement first before a city wall can happen. Probably have to get the settlement, then the city, and then city wall after that. Of course, I really need to get some city improvements going on. Okay, there goes the 9, so I get the lumber. So now even if I have to burn cards off a 7, I still will be able to save 4. 3. Okay, there's the first 3 of the game. There goes some cloth. And it would be super unorthodox to try to win this game without city improvements, but I'm not going to do that this game. Not on a live stream, maybe in another separate video. So, I have a knight activated. Blue has no knights activated, so I don't have to worry about building another knight. Because blue will most definitely get their knights activated back. I think I'm actually going to trade in 3 cloth for the ore. And hopefully another 6 gets rolled. And then after that I can trade in for a 3rd ore, get that city. Okay, red's going to go for a 9 potentially. Oh, most definitely a 9. It's good they had Alchemist when they did because they have more than 7 cards. They actually roll a 10. That's crazy. So they go for the wheat. I would have gone for the 9, but I guess they wanted to activate their knight for Scherzies. Okay, so I have that 10 got rolled to get 2 lumber. Imagine all the paper I would have gotten had I had a city on that 5, 9, 10, perhaps even a city as well on the 8, 10. So if I look into my crystal ball, I think a city is in my future. I hope it is at least. Okay, now we have a bunch of knights activated. Blue is the only one with no knights activated, so they could potentially lose their city, but we'll see. Okay, red is definitely looking like the power player now. Initially I was like unsure, it could have been green, but red's definitely gonna pull ahead here, I think. There goes a 5. So some more brick. See, I want to build that city wall, but I gotta get that city first. That second city before I build the city wall in my initial city. But if a 6 gets rolled, I can build a road and a settlement on the lumber port. I might have to do that if a 6 gets rolled because I can't hold all these cards trying to save it for a city. There goes a 7. Right on the 9. Not a care in the world that red has 2 knights protecting that 9, but understandable, the 9 is very powerful. Bringing red 2 ore and a coin every 9 roll, plus a lumber and a paper. Ooh, ore for wheat. I don't have wheat, but will he take sheep? I'll give a knight for a wheat, which is a good trade, but I don't have a wheat. Yeah, if an 8 or a 6 gets rolled, I'm definitely building a road and a settlement. It's a 5, so there goes another brick. I get 3 for the brick for a wheat, but I think I'm just going to build the road. Actually, what I'll do is I'll build the road. No, I don't want to build the city wall because then I'll have to wait a long time to get another sheep. Not when I'm this close. So yeah, I don't like doing this, building out all these settlements, but it's just kind of the way the game has been progressing. But after this 4th settlement on the board on the lumber port, then it's going to be all cities from here on out. Hopefully it's not too little too late, or the wrong strategy for my setup, for for with the starting placements that I made or chose. Alright, red chasing away. Yep, they're going to put it right back on that 4, so we're still off red's radar, which is good. And back to green. Oh, there goes a 10. Man, we could take longest road if we want. But of course, man, we actually still can't build a settlement. That's crazy. We could build 3 roads or trade in 3 for 1 on 2. There goes the 6. Okay, here we go. Victory with the knights. And that's going to be a progress card to... Really? So it's a progress card to both... Okay, both the red and green, because green or red chased away the robber off their 9, so they left 1 level 2 knight activated. Then green had their only level 2 knight activated, so they tied in knight strength. And I had 1 knight activated, so I helped out in defeating the barbarians, but they each got a progress card of their choice instead of red getting the victory point. Okay, now we have another 6. Okay, let me see. I think I can do the settlement and the city in the same turn, so I'm definitely going to get the settlement. So now I have a 3-for-1 port and lumber port. And I could build 2 roads, which is crazy. I might be able to try to sneak over to that 3-8 spot. But before I do that, let me go to the bank. 3-for-1 the wheat for the 3rd ore. Get the city on the 5, 9, 10. And I know I should do city wall. Or I know I should trade in 2 lumber for a wheat and activate my knight. But I really want to get to that 3-8 spot, so I think I'm going to go for it. So, against my better judgment in terms of taking a big risk for a possible high reward, I'm going to go for that 3-8 spot. And then maybe get another city on the board after that. Of course, activate my knight, potentially even promote it, but if the other player is going to keep activating all their knights, then I should be good. But now I just jumped way ahead to 7 victory points, so I'm on everybody's radar, of course. But if I do build another city, it's probably going to go on the 8-10 spot, I think. Well, I got 3 brick off that 5, so I could 3-for-1 it for the wheat, or if I get a 6 or an 8, I can just reactivate my knight and use some of those brick to build a city wall. Or, of course, if I get a 9 or a 10, I'm going to build some more roads. I'm actually 1 road away from longest road, which is going to put me up to 9 victory points. But red also has a 4-length road, and they get on the second 3. So actually, I have 2 3-for-1 ports. Red has 2 3-for-1 ports. But I also have a lumber port, so I do have that going for me. And if I connect up my road systems, red does have the city on the 4, 9, 11, so they have good access to try to cut off my longest road. But here I'm going to get shut down, because obviously I'm ahead in victory point. Although green could try to shut... No, they won't shut down the 9 or they'll shut down the 10 lumber that I'm built on. They'll use warlord, but barbarians have not advanced from their starting area. So there's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's fitting that they have to move 7 spaces before they invade. It complements the robber. Yep. But they haven't started their next advance. Alright, what will blue roll? Okay, there's my first paper of the game. We're already more than halfway through. I only have a single city improvement. So yeah, actually I may have been able to win without city improvement, which is crazy. that's a super unorthodox strategy. I actually may have been able to pull it off. There's another 5. Science level 1. Longish road? Yeah, let me take Longish road. And then, before I go too crazy, let me activate my knight so I can protect my big source of wheat. So I do have 3 settlements out on the board. I do want to get a 4th one on the 3-8, but I also want to get a city on the 8-10 spot. So, okay, there goes Deserter. Is it going to be, yep, it's going to be used on me, because I'm just way ahead in victory points. But red does have 13 cards in their hand, so don't underestimate them and what they can do. Now they're probably a shoo-in for getting Defender Catan from this point out, because if they activate their other 2 knights, that's 5 knight strength for them. And no one else can really compete with that right now. Polyglot TV says, I wonder whether wheat trading or having 8 ore is better. You know, you do bring up a good point. Because on the one hand, wheat trading can be really crucial in some certain situations. But having a lot of 8s get rolled, because I have the 8 wheat on the bottom right of the board, and having the 8 ore on the top left of the board is going to help me get cities faster. Of course, it does depend on the dice roll. So if a lot of 6s get rolled, then having the wheat port will be better. Just building on the 3 sheep with the wheat port instead of the 3-8 spot. If a lot of 3s and 4s get rolled, I may even sneak over to the sheep port, try to build on that before old blue does. But yeah, Polyglot TV, try for 8 sheep harbor? Question mark. Yes, that could be the option, because as you said, as my dog starts barking upstairs, blue has no brick/clay production whatsoever. So actually I may be able to get on that 8 sheep spot, have ore coming in, plus have the sheep port in case 3s or 8s start getting rolled. But then Diplomat comes in, rips my road off the board, also takes away my longest road. So now I'm back a few steps here. Got a little too excited. There goes an 8. So I do have no knights whatsoever, but we do have 6 knights to 6 barbarian strength, and the barbarians have only advanced 1 spot. And now the 8 ore with the sheep port is a lost cause, because blue actually managed to pull off the settlement on that spot. An 11? Okay, that's not, I don't have an 11, and I basically can't do anything, so I'm just going to pass. 5 cards, but can't do a single thing. 7, and I'm probably getting shut down. So now, probably going to shut down the 6 wheat. But they'll be leaving the 5, 9, 10 area open. So maybe we can still make something happen. It's like our production should be a lot higher right now, but okay, he perfectly steals the 1 card he needs to build a city improvement, the cloth. But our production should be higher because we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. We have all those numbers, but it's like I only have 4 cards in my hand. Let's get something going here. Yeah, I mean, if I get the cards to build a road and a settlement, I'm going to do it, and I'm probably going to go for the 3-8 spot. But I definitely do want to get a settlement, or sorry, a city on the 8-10 spot with a 3-1 port. But another 7 says, screw your production, Dupinator. We're just going to keep rolling 7s and shut you down. But actually they stole from red that time because I guess they saw I came down to victory points after losing Longest Road. Okay, now 11. 11 just got rolled. It's like the game is like, okay, timeout. Let's have a meeting. Dupinator has every number except for like 11 and 12. Let's just roll like 11 and 12. But here goes an 8, so I will get 1 card. Whoop whoop. And then once again, I have 5 cards, but I can still do nothing. As science bonus is being taken by red. They will take their sweet time, and then they will take a brick. So I gotta pass because I can't do anything. 12. See what I'm talking about? 11 and 12. 3 times over these past 5 or 6 dice rolls. It's been 2 7s, 2 11s, and a 12. And I'm just like, what happened? We were doing so good. Now all of a sudden, the game doesn't want to roll any of my numbers. Oh, they're actually gonna... Do they have intrigue? They do have intrigue, so they're gonna displace green's knight, and green has nowhere else to put it. So green just lost 2 knight strength. Wow. So now the barbarian strength is actually below the active knight strength. Do they have another intrigue? Or are they just gonna move? They do have another intrigue. Wow, 2 intrigues. Have you ever seen 2 intrigues be used on the same turn to this great effect? This is the first time I'm seeing this. So now, active knight strength is down to 6. Yikes! So now I gotta focus on getting a knight on the board. Man, 8 did get rolled earlier, so blue should have some ore. There goes some more ore for blue. Man. So hopefully blue can get a knight on the board or promote their other knight. Perhaps even green can do the same thing here. Yeah, red's the power player here. I thought I kind of had this game in the bag, but not anymore. Because if red gets the green metropolis, which they're 4 paper away from, they'll be at 11 victory points. I gotta work on taking the longest road, so they can't be even that far ahead. Okay, another city for green instead of a knight. So now the knight strength just increased by 1. There goes a 6 though. Okay, so I can definitely build a knight. Hopefully blue comes through. I should have had a city. Okay, there goes a knight by blue. Will they promote it? Okay, no they won't. Barbarian strength is now at 10. And I rolled a 7. It's all out the window right now. I gotta give up the cloth. I can't really do much with that. And I gotta give up the... Well, even if I build a knight, I'm still gonna lose. Because I only have 1 knight contributed, so me and green will lose a city. Man. What can you do, right? What can you do? Let's shut this 9 down. I steal a brick, which doesn't help in any capacity. And furthermore, red's about... Well, they won't get a defender of Connaught victory point. Man, I'm gonna... Well... Since I'm gonna lose a city either way, green would lose a city as well if I build a knight. So actually, I think, yeah, it just sucks either way. I could build a city wall on one of them and have that going for me. But I guess I'll just whatever. I'll build it. I could have built another road, but what's the point, right? Build the knight, see if green won't usher in the barbarians, and maybe they can promote a knight. Okay, they rolled an 11. We might be safe. We just might be. But red, so red did right on that 6. Okay, Yeah, so it's not green's turn right after me. Of course, it's red's turn. So they're going to chase away the robber off their 9. Probably reactivate the knight. But they're not going to build another knight, I don't think. Because they want to see me and green lose a city. So I'm going to go back down to 6 victory points. Where's all the 3s, 4s, 9s, and 10s been? Like... Okay, in the chat a little bit. The 6 gets rolled, of course my 6 is shut down. I have no cards to my name. But green does promote a knight. We're at 9 active knights. And I don't think they're going to build another one, so I am screwed. I am losing my city. And there ain't nothing I can do about it. A 2, I get a lumber, wow. And a merchant. Okay, no one has merchants, so this merchant I have in my hand is literally going to be the first merchant of the entire game. Bum-ba-da-bum! Barbarians! Ah, my glorious starting city. How I must say goodbye. But I will keep my second city and get some paper. I could get to... I guess so. You know, we'll put it right there on the 9 lumber. We'll trade in 2 lumber for a second paper. And I guess we have to try to get Longish Road, but also steal the Green Metropolis before red can get to it. But they have 18 cards. 11 just got rolled. Sometimes I wonder with this game. I literally have so many numbers except for 11 and 12, but the game is not looking favorably upon me with the dice rolls. If I can get Diplomat, well, I can't get Diplomat. I don't have any blue senior improvements, but if green can get Diplomat, we have a chance here, because they'll rip one of red's roads off the board, take away the Longish Road. Red has 18 cards. They're probably going to get the Green Metropolis this turn. And you see I have nothing in my hand, so I'm just going to have to watch it happen. Yep, there it goes. So now they're at 11 victory points. They also have the politics bonus, so if they get 4 coin, they win. Oh, they get a city, so there's 12 victory points. And Smith, they cannot be stopped. But yeah, Polyglot TV, you're right. The RNG of Catan. What can you do? There goes a 4. So all that cloth I was hoping to get, now I'm just going to get a single sheep. Oh, politics bonus for green. Green's still fighting. If green's gonna still compete in this game, so am I. Hopefully we can make something happen. Too bad they don't have Diplomat, I don't think. Commercial Harbor, okay. I guess I should have taken Longish Road earlier on in the game and then secured it so that red couldn't have stole it away from me. I'm literally 2 roads from taking it, but I don't think I'm going to be able to make it happen. 8. one single card for me. A lot of cards for blue, so that is good. Maybe blue can build another city and maybe battle it out for Knight Strength. Or maybe even get Deserter. Because now they should have some... Yep, there goes coin. Okay, what can I do? 4 is the best I can do. Irrigation. Irrigation is not bad. We'll get 4 wheat. But still can't really do much. So basically, I'll activate a knight. And I just gotta wait to see what happens, because I could try to trade in to try to build some roads later, or I could try to go for the green metropolis. But now we're on the road game. I think finally a 5 comes through. A wheat for road building. Red has just got it made. Everything they need is coming their way. If they build a settlement, they win. They have 4 cards. Okay, no settlement, but there is another knight. Now if the barbarians invade, red wins. So we have to try to take longest road. There goes a 7. And I have more than 7 cards. I was going to build either the city wall of the roads, but the 7s come at the worst times. Maybe I have crazy bad luck on the first island, but any cities and knights with Seafarer scenario, I'm okay. Yeah, 7s and 11s recently. Okay. Another 7. Red's literally just gonna waltz in with the victory with the barbarians invading and them getting defender kind of victory point. We can't do anything. I need a 9 or a 10 right here. Another 7. And now red has no cards. So I'm gonna have to shut down this 10. Gotta steal a card from blue, which sucks. Get a cloth. Can't do anything with it. Can't do anything in general, just pass. Well, red probably won't win because they have no cards here. Unless they have merchant. If they have merchant in their hand, we're donezo. Six. Okay, I have a 6. That's pretty good. Five is also good. Okay, barbarians are invading. I need to take longest road. Or green does before red can roll the dice. We can still do, okay, spy, definitely steal from red. We have a chance to at least extend the game. Perhaps not keep red from winning. Ay, ay, ay. Just losing cards left and right. Alright, green, make something happen. Thankfully I still have merchant, but it should be on brick right now. It's not helping me at all in lumber. Because 9s and 10s are non-existent. Okay, I think green's going to do it. They're going to take... Okay, so they take... No, they don't. They need 1 more. Wow, if they can't build 1 more road, I don't think I can build 1, 2, 3 roads. Oh no, they just got mining, so they could probably trade in. Oh yikes! Blue is very angry in the chat.
Are you still watching this?
Oh yeah, I am.
Cars.
Yep. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, green. Okay. Yeah, green needs to build just 1 road. Okay, now they're trading. Yikes. Oh, they got it because I didn't have any lumber. I was gonna try to help them out with brick somehow. Well, they do have the brick port. Longest road barely goes to green. Yikes. They do have a Mighty Knight protecting the middle section of their longest road, as well as a level 1 deactivated knight, so we have a chance. 11. What is with these 11s? I do not understand it, Jer. So that Defender of Con victory point goes to red, but instead of going to 13 victory points, they go to 11, because their longest road is, of course, stolen. Will I roll? A 5. Wow, exciting. Okay. Hello, merchant. You're back. As red takes from science bonus, I think I have to, because I could build a decent amount of roads, but that ain't gonna help me. I think I have to try to take the metropolis. That's my part to play, to be a team player here. So I'm gonna put merchant on brick, and I'm gonna go for nope. I'm going to go to the bank, Dupinator. Don't be so silly. Okay, so now science bonus is ours. And then furthermore, if I can click the right things, I can do 3 brick for a paper here. And I'll pass the dice. Now if we can get some 10s, we might be on to something here. There's a slight chance, but I have a feeling that red's gonna cut up green's longest road somehow, and then we're donezo. But if I can have enough time to steal red's green metropolis, we're back in business, baby. But it usually never works out in my favor like that. But you always gotta try, right? You never know. You never know. You never give up, because you can always still turn things around. And that's a life lesson right there. There goes an 8. Okay, blue is having a good time with those 8s there. I do get a single wheat once again. But where are the 10s and the 9s and the paper and the metropolis stealing? That's what we want. Resource monopoly. Is it going to be the wheat? It's actually ore. What is he scheming up here? I thought he was going to steal wheat and reactivate some of his knights. But he stole ore instead. Don't tell me he's going for the blue metropolis by 3-for-1ing the ore. Okay, no, he traded. Oh no, he traded in for a lumber. But he's in very tight quarters. He could build a road down towards the brick port at the bottom and left of your screen. That would put him at an 8-length road. Okay, he didn't build anything. Huh. 7 once again. 7, we hate you. Just stay away for this last part of the game. We don't need you. It's causing lots of chaos. Blue is very angry in the chat still. Okay, shut down red. Perfect. If I could get 5 from blue and then another 5 or a 9 or a 10, I may be able to take or get to level 4. Green City Improvements. Okay, green's gonna take our coin. They stole it from blue. If they get 4 coin, they'll get the blue metropolis before red can get to it, and they just have to potentially build another road. Wheat for brick. I don't know what you're scheming, but I can't do that right now. You already have longest road. Oh, now they want to Okay, I see what they. Yeah. So they're trying to get that blue Metropolis. So now blue helped them out. So now they have 10 victory points, and they get the trade bonus. Uh-oh. So now green's a power player. We wanted green to kind of prevent red from building any more victory points, but now they're both power players. There's an 8. Lots of coin for blue. Lots of wheat and ore as well. Okay, here. If only I had a city on that 8 wheat, I would have gotten twice the amount, right? And where are the 9s and 10s? I still ask. I still beseech thee. Master Merchant, presumably to be used on red. Yep, stole 2 cards from red with Master Merchant of blue's choice. Huh. Yeah, blue's trolling, yep. Hey, blue might get on the 8-3 spot, but at this point I can't go for it. My main goal... There's a 10. Wow, thank you. Something, finally, but I was hoping for a 5, so now I still can't get level 4 green city improvements here. Actually, you know what? I may trade in for the sheep. And like you mentioned earlier, Polyglot TV, I'm going to take the wheat port. And then now, hopefully 6s, 5s, 9s, 10s can just start getting rolled like crazy. And I can have a better chance. But it's a 3. I do get some sheep. I do have 2 paper. I need 2 more to tie red for level 4 green city improvements, but then I need 5 paper after that. Red does have 10 cards. If they... What can they do? They basically need to try to take longest road back by cutting up green's longest road. That's pretty much the only chance because they're really crammed in that left side of the board. To build, they can only build out 1 more road to get an 8-length road. What will they do? That was my 5th settlement, by the way, because I downgraded a city to a settlement after the barbarians destroyed it with the reckless abandon and without remorse. Yeah, I don't think red has the win on this turn. They would literally need an intrigue. But since they played the 2 intrigues early in the game, it's going to be a long time before anyone gets intrigue again. Yeah, so they pass the dice. They pass it with 10 cards. An 8. Blue is loving these rolls. But I'm just like, come on, 5, 9, 10. Let's get those cranking. Or a 6 at least. But now I do have 2 wheat. I can 2-for-1 it for a 3rd paper. And I could put merchant on sheep for the 4th paper, but I'm really hoping for a 5. Bishop. Wow, green. I see how it is. Stole my lumber though, so that's all right. Sheep for a brick. I don't have it. $11. What is going on with this game? Okay, science bonus does kick in. I still have merchant on brick, so let me take a brick in the hope that a 5 gets rolled so I can have 3 brick to complement my 1 brick. Man, it's actually good I took that wheat board because I prevented blue from being able to build on that 3-8 spot with the settlement. Plus I gain the wheat board and I can trade in 2 for 1 that way. Politics bonus for blue. Maybe they want to try to steal the blue metropolis from green, which would actually be beneficial for us. Okay, whew. For a second I thought they used trade monopoly on paper, but they use it on cloth. What will I roll? 5? Of course not. 2. Printer of all people goes to red. It's so, and I have mining. I can't even use it because I didn't even build an ore hex. This game sucks. Just this particular match, not the game in general. But seriously, man, come on. Can't get anything going. Wheat for the 3rd paper. And watch me put this merchant on sheep and a bunch of 5s get rolled afterward. There's the 4th paper. Science level 4. And I could build a road, but what's the point? Let's just pass. Hopefully red won't, but they have 13 cards. I think they have the win finally. We'll see though. 3. 9s or 10s. You let me down this game. Also, green is really close to taking the yellow metropolis. So if red doesn't win on this turn, green might win on their turn. Commercial harbor. Okay. Red's trying to maybe make some moves here. Are they going to try to steal the blue metropolis? Or are they going to try to acquire the yellow metropolis that no one has been able to get their hands on just yet? There's 11 barbarian strength, so I'm going to lose my city here. Dang, there's only 3 ore hexes on this whole board. The 8, 9, 11. There's only there's 4 wheat hexes, 4 sheep hexes, 3 brick hexes, and 4 lumber hexes, so it's pretty balanced. Mining, will it be stolen? Yes. Red is coming right after me, stole my mining, somehow knew about that. I would have stolen from green because they're the other power player in the game, but whatever. And they have more progress cards than I had. Red, are you going to activate knights? No, they're going to trade in for cloth like a madman. Now they have the trade bonus. Wow. So they are extremely close to taking the yellow metropolis, but they don't have any of their knights activated unless they have a wheat left over. They pass the dice without activating any knights. But they do have metropolis, so if I also have no knights activated, do just I lose a city? But they have 3 cities, red does, unprotected by a metropolis, so we should both lose a city. But green goes ahead, puts another knight on the board. Please activate it. Oh, dilly. They're going to move the knight so they can build the... Oh, wow. They built the settlement, but do they have 4 cloth to win the game? City immediately? Merchant? Oh, they won. Yep. Dang, what a good game. So we thought red was going to do it, but actually green pulled through right at the very end, snuck in there and got the win. Look at that. So green built the settlement on the 6-3-12 and then immediately upgraded to a city and then had merchant in the hand for the 13th and final trump card to win the game. Barbarians were about to invade. Would have knocked me back down a city. I would have had 5 settlements in a flipped over city to signify the 6th settlement. because that's how it works in Cities and Knights. If you lose a city but already have 5 settlements. But yeah, sometimes you just do terrible. So the first game I did terrible, the middle game I did amazing, and the last game I did terrible, but the first and third games were on the first island. So maybe I just have incredible bad luck, or I'm just terrible at the first island. But either way, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. This has been Cities and Knights live stream number 9, and I'm gonna go, eat some food, chill out for the rest of the day, do some other things. So take care. We'll see you on the next Cities and Knights stream. Good to see Polyglot TV chatting with me. Take care, and keep playing Catan. Keep playing Cities and Knights specifically, because it's the most fun, right? Maybe even Rise of the Inca if we can get some people going on that expansion. But I'm out of here, and take care.